Coming up on A SkinDepth Convo.
My gift is people, right? I can talk to anyone about anything. And I love that I'm able to help you feel comfortable and safe and seen and heard and empowering you so that you can go out there and be safe and seen and heard. You know, it's really important to me.
This is a show focused on educating and inspiring all those in the skincare and beauty industry. But it is also a show for those looking to improve themselves from the inside out. In each episode, we explore the latest trends, breakthrough technologies, and get expert insights within the dynamic world of skincare and beauty. If you're looking to further your beauty education and nurture your passion, you're in the right place. Renowned experts and hosts Metaxia and Francine aim to educate and inspire through their own experiences and are dedicated to enlightening and empowering enthusiasts and professionals in the realm of skincare and beauty. Join the conversation and the fun with A SkinDepth Convo. Welcome to A SkinDepth Convo. I'm Anna Kagarakis. Today we're celebrating confidence, growth, and all things fabulous because turning 50 has never looked so good. We're joined by the inspiring Kimyatta Albert, who's not just ringing in her 50th year with a 50 and fabulous party, but also with purpose. Today, we'll discuss what it really means to hit those big life milestones and how to embrace them with grace, power, and a glow from the inside out. Kimyatta is an esthetician, mindset coach, and business mentor, helping women find success and empowerment in their own journeys. She'll share how to tap into your inner strength, build your outer confidence, and live a life that's truly aligned. Whether you're approaching 50 or just working on becoming the best version of yourself, this convo is for you. So let's get into it. So let's welcome in Kimyatta. Thank you so much for joining us, Kimyatta.
Thank goodness, Anna, what a lovely introduction.
Aww.
I feel honored to be here amongst beautiful women. And yes, let's jump in.
Wonderful. Well, we're really excited to have you on here. I got to meet you last year through Purely Clinical, but let's first get to know you and tell us your journey.
Wow. So let's try to wrap it up. It's in a key package. I have been an esthetician now 23 years. I work in the wellness space primarily with women who are looking to beautify not just their outer, but allow their inner to match. I am a mother of two beautiful daughters. And I find skincare the most rewarding as it allows me the freedom to take care of my girls as well as myself.
Kimyatta, we are so happy you're with us today. Ever since you walked into our office a few years ago, I'm not saying how many years. Stop with you and your how many years. Kimyatta, when you walked in, you are like a light that walks in. Your smile shines, but you have this positive energy. And in my opinion, most of your success really is not only are you talented, but you have this energy that people want to be around. And so it's absolutely contagious. It's great. So when you walked in, I felt it right away.
Well, I have to say, going back many years ago, I remember her coming to our very small office and really kind of putting her foot into aesthetics, because I think it's been almost 20 plus years. So we go back.
She had to do it, Kimyatta. She had to give the years.
But okay. I remember a star, and like I agree with you, I remember a star back then. She came in with a purpose, and she came in to kind of improve the industry and improve what she could actually touch and feel. And I think she was a therapist from the day one that I met her. And I agree with you, Fran. She was an inspiration. Never forget her. She's been through many of our trainings, but she's always been connected above everyone else. I could always say it in that room. She was a star. She would really focus on learning more and sharing more.
And you walked in, Kimyatta, You hugged us. You were part of family immediately. You have never changed. And to this day, with your success and everything that you're doing, we want to thank you for always being a part of us. And you've made a huge difference with everything that you've done in your career, but also when you come to any of the Lyra events, you are a light, a beacon that really does shine.
Well, I remember, Anna, we were at the Purely Clinical 2.0. She came in and kind of opened the door and says, I'm here, before everybody else came in. And that was the start of a good energy room. She brought the energy into the room.
Yes, she did.
You didn't wait. You walked in strong and powerful and excited to be there. So it changed the dynamics for me. Oh my God, she's excited. She sat front and center in front of the audience. She raised her hands many times and asked questions. And walking around the audience of almost over 100 people, people said, God, that was a question I was going to ask. and her being so willing to ask the questions and get the answers, not only for herself, but the whole audience. So I have to tell you, you were front and center with the questions that helped so many other estheticians in that room.
I appreciate, my goodness, I was on the verge of crying. I am just so grateful. So let me pay the same compliment in return. It is so important as estheticians that we are supported. And it has to be a reflection of what we stand for. You all reflected that immediately from where you started to where you are now. And so it was an easy ask for me to continue along the journey. So we've been watching each other grow. You guys have seen me through all of my ups and downs, and I just appreciate the support. I appreciate the loyalty. You guys are like an extension of my family. Both you, Metaxia and Francine, and Anna, now that I've met you. Francina, you are one of my most favorite people. When I first met you, I saw what was possible for my big person out, right? I said, look at what you can do. You too. And you've always stood so powerful in your voice. And as someone who is getting ready for my public space, I see that, and I've always seen that. And it's just nice to have a company that supports you. As we all know that there are several companies out there. And as someone who's going in her 24th year of skincare, I never thought about going somewhere else. You guys have everything I need, from what I need to be able to continue on supporting my clients and building this wealth and legacy for my girls and I, but also from the support, and we're helping each other. And that is what this community needs. And that's what we need more of. So having you guys be the brand, and of course I'm showing up wherever you are. I must be. It is important to have a seat at the table. I have been at this table. If anyone walks away with anything that I've said, that's important. Your network is important. I built this network over time. People often say, what is it that you've done to get here? It's what I did, and it's what I continue to do. So building up that network from the foundation up is why we're able to have this conversation, and we can see each other on this journey as I excel and as you all excel. So it's just awesome.
You empower people constantly, and you make them not only feel good inside, but outside. You do these great treatments on people, and you're always looking to make sure that you give them the best. And it shows. It really does show. Your energy and your skill together are very, very powerful. I am so happy that you're sharing that with everybody today, that you're able to take your success and share it with other people. It makes a difference.
Beauty is not just external. It's internal and external together. And the aura of somebody is part of something you feel. Yeah, beautiful skin, the techniques that she does is one thing, but inside, when you get that inspiration, when you feel that person really touching you internally and externally in a way, that's a double win. And so when you walked into the Purely Clinical 2.0, we weren't ready, but you were smiling. You came in and you were excited, but made everyone excited, because I think your energy around you was, Kate, let's have fun, let's learn, let's share. And that energy sets the stage. And when someone comes into your room and they're having a bad day or a skin condition that they're dealing with, it is really that cut feel, that aura that you help people get into a very healthy and actually safe space. That's really important.
Well, I would just add on to that, how we look is how we convey our confidence outwardly, correct?
Yes.
And so if that outer skin does not reflect that, then it's telling us something about the internal. And I think as estheticians, we always are about the external, right? It's the one area that we're able to work on, per the dermatologist, and we know the epidermis and the dermis and that sort. But I find that with my clients, it's really important to get down to how they're doing. So after I go through the assessing of skin, it is like, okay, so how are you? Because how they are is going to determine how they're taking care of their skin and how they're going to continue to take care of their skin. Instead of correcting what's there, I am always working from preventing whatever the concern is. Does that make sense?
Yeah, completely. Metaxia was saying when you went to Purely Clinical that you were sitting front and center, hands up, ready to go. How much of your personal experience you think, how much can people gain from your own stories, your experiences, and what has inspired you?
And then you have great questions. I like you already. We have to do this definitely. We're going to have to do this more often. No, for me, it's really about being resilient. It's about being able to push through those hard times. Skincare has allowed me to build a foundation where I can be individually stable. And not only can I be individually stable, I can create that for my daughters as well as those I work with. So that's the most important. I believe our story is who we are, is front and center. And I am at a place now in my life where I am not hiding my story. I am empowered by it. And I want to share it so that I can empower others. We all have a story that can help someone else. And I'm hoping that on this platform and many others, I'll be able to tell my story of how I started leaving home at 15. Now I'm approaching 50. So that's 35 years of me making good on the promise of becoming something. Wow. Doesn't mean it was easy. It doesn't mean that circumstances weren't what they were. It meant that I was always bigger than those circumstances. And I need that. And the service that I am here to provide for the women who I come into contact with is bigger than me. So it's bigger than what I need to be for myself. It's really about working with others. So my story, my background, and the experience. I really, really believe that I'm really good at what I do because I've been doing it over and over again for over 24 years now at school. My gift is people. Yeah. I can talk to anyone about anything. And I love that I'm able to help you feel comfortable and safe and seen and heard and empowering you so that you can go out there and be safe and seen and heard. You know, it's really important to me.
You're saying something so very important because people forget and they think, oh, yes, I've heard that before. I've heard it. No, that might be the day you're saying it when they need it. Mm-hmm. And the thing is that you are there to inspire them. You're right. When you have that positive feeling inside, it shows on your skin. You're absolutely right. It starts from within and it works its way out. As a professional, you're showing them what you can do topically, but when they smile, when they're able to actually connect with you and your positive attitude and the way you're looking at things, you change people that moment. So that is the energy that we need to share with people. That energy is so very, very important because that might be the right day, the right words, the right person that makes the change. So as you're showing them everything you've learned in the 25 years, okay, we're going to say it, whatever, we're going to say it. We're only 10 at the time. Okay, but the fact that you're saying it to them and you say it with your energy and your smile and exactly what you said earlier, you're talking about this is a journey for all of us. In this journey, you can make it. And they can contact you so they can see, how do I make it? How do I take those steps? And so they're able to actually connect with somebody to show them that guidance. And to be a beacon today is very important because a lot of people don't realize, you know, there's so much social media, quick little answers on their phone, and they're trying to get a quick answer. There's no quick answer. It's day by day. It's day by day the way they think, the way what they eat, what they talk about, their thoughts, what they apply on their face. It's every day. It's not a quick answer that they're going to get on a quick little Instagram or a quick little social media bite. It's every day. And every day we wake up and we have to remind ourselves one step at a time. One thing we have to do, everything matters, and stay positive. No matter what's happening, stay positive. And you have that energy.
There is no coincidence. It's meant to be that energy is brought together for reasons, and we just have to be attentive to these reasons. And Anna, the other Anna, came up to me and she goes, wow, Mom,
your daughter
looks really
Anna.
Good. My daughter Anna.
Yes.
She came up to me at Purely Clinical and you walked in and wow, she looks so good. And she was excited. It's not just what we feel, it's what other people come up and tell us. And I'm thinking this podcast would give the inspiration to other people to realize it's not easy out there. There's struggles all the time. It looks so perfect today, but to come to this point today, we've overcome, like you said, overcome the struggles, have never given up, and always look for the positives. Because you said earlier in your statement, you can overcome. You're better than that. And that's a big message, especially today with what's going on with the world, what's going on with the economy, what's going on with businesses, what's going on with women, part of getting older. But there is no age to us anymore. We're open to that. We're not acting like 50, 60, 70-year-olds. We're not acting like 20-year-olds. We're acting at what we are our best today. And that's really important that your message actually has inspired all of us in our group.
It's important to embody youth. right? I'm okay with turning 50, and I think I look damn good. If I were to list all that I've gone through, and it showed on my skin, then it'll be a different conversation. I believe we're all in this business to help women look their best, even if they don't feel like it. It's like we have to fake it until we make it, and we will catch up. And so that's where we come in. And every esthetician is out there to help create a blueprint for a woman to find her best self. That is why she's laying on your table. I'm sure she appreciates the relaxation, but she wants to feel good. And for me, I remember clients telling me, Kimyatta, I leave feeling good. I feel as good as I look. And I'm like, ooh, that's a catchphrase. So then I said, you leave feeling as good as you look. And that's important. It's not just about your skin. It's about how you feel, because how you feel means you're going to take care of your skin. If I don't look at it that way, then you go out there and then I'm just taking your money, which is also an idea that does not suit me. I would prefer that you take care of yourself. And I think that's what we want women to do. And can I ask one question of you guys?
Of course.
What is the most important thing about being an esthetician? So there are several. What would you guys say? And then I'll give you my perspective. The most important thing about being an esthetician, the number one thing, first and most important thing.
It's actually letting them understand that it's a whole mind, body, spirit. When you come in, it's the whole idea. You come in, you have to trust somebody who's actually taken the training, who understands products, understands treatments, understands how to actually coach them to be able to take care of the skin condition that they came in for. But it's also a point where you remind them that even walking around the block to oxygenate their skin makes a difference. Even the fact that, when you're having a bad day, that's a day. Tomorrow's another day. You're going to start again, keeping them positive. Just the same way that sometimes you change products, you're going to change treatments. It's an ongoing process. And professional estheticians are there to actually help guide you, because as we age, we put into the skin what the skin naturally did when we were young. So this is a connection that you have with your esthetician that's ongoing, and you're able to actually work together to take care of everything we need to take care of the way nature took care of us in the beginning.
For me is the language of the skin. I love skin. I love what we could do with skin, the communication with skin. I think the skin tells a lot about our inner soul too. You walk in and it doesn't mean the age, but you have a healthy glow. The skin is a language in its own. I love it. I learned from it. I learned that I could respond to it. It's a whole different era for me. It's never boring. It's constantly growing and we're learning. So for me, it's such a beautiful profession that I love skin. I love what it could do. I love what we can do to it, but I love the communication with it.
And Kimyatta, the other thing is today, when we started, when the horse and buggy days, we understand that long ago, skincare was different. And you said something, when we first started, when we met you, we were all about taking it all off. We're all about being strong with the peels. We started with you when we actually had a little bit different philosophy. And then we grew together to understand how to take care of the skin in a healthy way, where we're still doing the exfoliation, but we're doing proper exfoliation and putting in all the new technology to be able to get better results. So we grew together.
Do you have one before I share more perspective?
I'm not an esthetician. I'm actually trained in media. However, after doing this show and with all the research that I do because of my background in doing research, to me, I think for an esthetician and for a good esthetician for me would be somebody who gives knowledge and who actually shares why you do things, not just say, hey, put this on and okay. It's the understanding of why you do this and giving education to the clients and making them realize why they're doing something and making them feel better from the inside out. But now let's get to you, because I'm dying for your answer.
You ready? Okay, so I'm so excited. Dun, 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 dun. So all of you are correct. And the most important factor, and I have to close my eyes because I get so excited about this, about being an esthetician, is the stability for the esthetician. Do you see how easy it is to think about outside ourselves? And that is why, as women, we have to pull back. So yes, it's about knowledge. Yes, it's about what the skin can do. Yes, it's about all those things. But at the end of the day, we are building stability for ourselves. When I started this, I didn't know about skin. I'm a person of color. My mom used Olay. I initially wanted to become a makeup artist and felt that I should know all about skin. I worked in admin and I can see things shifting. So I didn't have the same perspective as you all. So what I know for sure is it helps to build foundational stability, legacy for you to be able to do things in your life. Maybe you need to be independent as a woman. Maybe you're in a wonderful partnership and you still need something for yourself. This allows you to have something for yourself first, and then we give the knowledge, and then we assess the skin, and then we understand all the inner workings. But that is what it's about first. It's about building wealth for women. It's about a framework and a model that allows us to have these conversations with no men at the table. And nothing against the men, we love them. We come from their rib bone, they say. As I say that, you see what I mean? So it's for me, it's the foundation. It's allowed me to send my daughter to a 4-year college. Okay, it's allowed me to still be in my storefront after 15 years. It's allowed me to be going into my 7th year of business ownership. That's what it allowed. And people are living their most fabulous lives, and they have great skin, and they're smooth, and they're understanding, how the mindset reflects outwardly. So what you're thinking is going to reflect on your skin and how you take care of it. So it's a cycle.
Kimyatta, you said something important, very important, empowering. You have to remember, we've all had ups and downs during this time. It wasn't easy. Yeah. And that's the one thing we have to remind people. Anna happens to be my daughter, and she could remind you when she was playing tennis, I gave her some creams that were too exfoliating, and she burned her skin because the product was too harsh. So we all done
I had a red nose in high school. High school, imagine that. High school, I'm going through, I had Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer nose, and I'm Greek, so it's not like it's a little small. It's a nice one, but it's not tiny, so you take notice.
Yeah, so and she was scared. So when I would give her a new product to try, she goes, "Oh no, Mom, it's okay." I go, "No, you can trust me."
Now I trust you. I trust you. I trust you.
Now she finally does. But when you go back that far, you're going to remind people that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to have a bad day. Don't focus on it. Focus on the next step. And what you have done is you actually empower people to say, you can make it. And that's the one thing, is empowering people to know that it's okay. We can go forward. There is something to go forward to. You empower yourself to know that you're going to have a bad day, but it's okay. We're going to go forward. And like I said, and Metaxia said the same thing too. When we open the door and your smile is right there, you change the energy of the room. And you did that. And you changed it at Purely Clinical, but you changed it every time you walked into the office. And anytime you came into one of our trainings, or anytime you came to one of our seminars, whatever it was, you were able to actually change the energy in a room. And that's what an esthetician is able to do. When a client or a patient walks in because they have a skin condition or whatever they need, they are able to change the energy that day on that person to make them feel empowered and make them feel good, so they understand when you're working on their skin, you're working on a lot more than that. It's a positive attitude, a positive energy, and how to go forward. You have that.
But you have to add one more thing that she said. You had a whole slew of aesthetic reasons. Financially, there is a benefit. So she said that we need to stress, when you love what you do and you keep growing with what you're loving, what you're doing, financially, we all have been better. We could pick and we could choose, and we could grow into an industry that will give us a lot of benefits, including financial. Financial wealth is really important, especially with this economy. But as women, we don't have any boundaries. We could do so much, and we do our own timing. We do our own business. We set our own pricing. So yes, to all what you're saying with skin conditions, you are an example of being a successful businesswoman on top of being a good esthetician and therapist. So let's remember, doing what you love and being properly trained and constantly encouraging your growth in your business, with business and what the skin needs. You are an example of successful businesswoman.
Continued education is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Or else you get stale. You want to know what's on the market. You want to know how it's being utilized. And if you have a great company, they do the research for you. I am good at what I do. I'm good at working with people. I'm good at laying hands. Research is not necessarily my thing. So I work with a company that can do that for me. And that's what you want to do in business. You want to find someone that you can delegate to. So I shouldn't have to research everything. If I have a proper company, then I can research what they've already researched. And then now we're all growing. It's making sure that
How did you like the Purely Clinical 2.0? Give me a shout out. Come on. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Oh my gosh. Well, can I just say that it's like you said, it's energy. So let's talk about when you first walk in. One is being held at the Hyatt San Francisco. That's already an experience. You know, the international airport is a destination location. Having it there lets you know that this is an international product, right? We move product, we move money, we move people all around this world. And so it should have been there. And as soon as you walk in, you had Caitlin, you had Angelique, you had them greeting you. It was the mints that had Lear on them in the jar. I was like, and mints? Yes. Those in my purse. Okay. It is the way in which you set up your event, right? So it's the staff, it's being able to sit and connect because those networking conversations are really, really big. And then it's family style. It's like going into an Italian restaurant and you just have the portions and everybody grabs something, you know, because it's formatted and it's structured and then it's not. And that is your secret sauce. That's what worked for you guys to banter, for the family to come in, from everyone to be enjoying their job. It's not one person in that place that looks unhappy. Okay, everybody that's connected is happy. They walk up happy, they walk away happy. Tiffany is amazing. As I'm getting ready for, like I said, working and walking and talking in front of people, she's just amazing. So it's the educational staff. I can see where you're investing your dollars. I can see where the money that I'm investing into the company is being invested to keep us going, like the forward movements. That's big. The interactive, to be able to play around with product. Oh my God, if you weren't there, you guys missed it. Because this the interactive, it's the bag you get, it's the treats, and all that is great. At the end of the day, it's the knowledge, it's the excitement around the knowledge and the questions answered and asked and the exchange. It's the meeting of minds. It's going viral and we're talking about new products, right? It's something that I'm looking forward to next year. I'm already like third in, and I got an inaugural pen. I had a pen. Did you see
I love it.
because I was there last year. Yeah. Well, technically, you guys have one on hold for me because I didn't get the first one, but I have the second one. So you guys heard that I'm supposed to get the first one. Everybody heard that.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Okay. So it's
done.
done. It's done. It's a major event. Like, it's one of those tickets that you should have. And I like when you guys, for the Bay Area, I like that it starts in spring. It starts the energy off for the year. It's like, okay, this is first going in the second quarter. What are we doing? You guys are ready. New product, new energy. I mean, people should go back and be ready to try things. I know I went back and over exfoliated my skin as I see I'm splotchy in areas. I said, like, we just talked all about this, and here I went. I used the lightning lip, and I had some green power. Woo, it was great. It's a nice day. I should walk to the bay. I'll just use the shaded area.
Oh no!
Oh my God!
So and every time I wash my face, I'm like, oh, dead skin cells, great. So I'm just so it still happens, but it was because I was so excited. I was like, yes, everything. The conference is a must attend.
Thank you.
It just is. It's the ticketed event, and I feel like you guys gave way more. I thought we should probably give more. I said it. Spend your money. It's education. It was worth it. It was totally worth it. I would do it again.
Thank you.
That's one. And see, she went to first one. She went to the second one, saying, "Keep going." She's going back for the third.
No, we're going to host you on the next one. We're hosting you for the next one.
Now I've been waiting for my public stage. So if you want me to go and stand up there as a resident Lyra mindset embodiment, using the product down from the beginning,
we're going to get into that.
We will do that. We can.
I would love to. You guys are amazing.
3.0, you have a spot.
Well, I think that would be great to discuss the mindset coaching side of it, which I do want to get kind of more into that. Can you just talk about what you do as a mindset coach and how you help other women empower themselves and also build their businesses?
So I really like working with women 40 and up, and young babes. You can still come and hang with me. But I find that the women who are late 30s, going to their 40s, really are ready for a different change. You're not really sure what that looks like. The women that I work with are ready to wrap their professional life around their personal. That is the foundation of where we start. We're not doing it the other way around any longer. If we're at 40 up, you've already done that. That's a young person's game. We are trying to age gracefully, and we want to look good while we're doing it. And in order to do that, it takes a mindset shift. So the behavior that's associated with that mindset can shift. And that's where I start. So honestly, Anna, it really starts with the conversation. I don't choose what they need. They tell me what they need, and I help them create a blueprint to get there. Some women, it is, I want to expand my business. I'm tired of the W-2, or maybe I'm not tired of the W-2, but things are shifting and I want to do something different. Okay, I help them. Or I'm a homemaker and I don't know, I love potty and I want to make that into something great. Or I want to prioritize my personal endeavors. How can I do that? It's not about what it is, it's what you want for yourself. And then I create space for you to see the vision and then I help you get there.
And I've got to ask you too, because right now we've talked about how amazing you look. You're turning 50. You're having this huge 50 and fabulous party. Before we get into it, I want to hear what kind of that all encompasses. What's that about? But how has the perception of turning 50, how has that changed compared to the past? Where are we now?
We are miles away from, say, my mother. My mother was old and my mother, well, interesting enough, she had an old spirit, but even back then she was old in her 30s. If I'm honest, let's lose another word because old just has an interesting ring to it. She was mature early in life. Mm-hmm. I want to say I've never done that.
So I like that.
I have been this youthful energy because I embody youth. So I don't embody the age, I embody youth. So I'm just moving through my 50s. Hence why I'm being crowned the queen of the 50s, because I want to then hand the crown off as women turn 50. I feel like we deserve our flowers and our crown now. And so that's what that stands for. In terms of our parents, of course, you talk about technology. I mean, my mother had TMI, but the Olay and that old douchebag that used to be hanging in the shower, the one you used to think you would play with it. It was like a water balloon when you were in the bathtub. You was like, woo. Yeah, no woo. So that's all I knew. And so that's what she knew. I think now we want more as women, right? That was great then. We want way more now. We want to look good while we want these things. And so I think it's really individual. And I feel like it's intentionally deciding that you want to take better care of yourself and then allowing the actions to follow that. Our parents didn't have room for that. They were taking care of us and maybe the homemaker, or they were the homemaker and the husband, and we have more time. And so now we're able to devote more of that to ourselves. I don't think old. People try to put that jacket on me, and I'm like, with these legs, with these arms, with this smile, we going to work this until, my face got to be on my neck down here. And then I'll be like, I'll still be cute. We'll find a way, won't we? We'll find a way to hike it back up with our technology and our potions and our plant stem cells. So I think that it's really mindset. I'm not old because I don't think old thoughts. I'm futuristic in my thinking. I'm very positive. I bring life. I am life. I am light. So there's nothing old outside of the money that I want in my pockets. That could be old.
They say the new 50 is the 30s before. Yeah. So you are absolutely right. You do not look 50 in any way, but you see, you're right. Your mindset is young. And a lot of people forget you got to go with your mindset. And it's the way you think, the way you feel, even the way you dress. Look, it's the way you feel at that time. Don't make yourself feel old. You're absolutely correct on that. We're not old. Our spirits are very young. So be young all the time.
I also kind of think that we're all like, we may have the young mindset, but we also have the experience of life behind us that give us that extra confidence.
Yes.
I agree with that. The experiences Wisdom. From past, and if you've seen where you've been, then you may not know exactly where you're going, but you know what you can get through. Yeah. And I think that's the bigger part. I don't need to know everything in front of me. I need to know the grit that I already have to push through it. And I have it. So it doesn't matter. So that's why it doesn't matter what's going on in the administration, everyone listening. It doesn't matter what's going on outside of you. Let's talk the fact that we may be impacted. We are not impaired. As women, we need to know the difference.
I like that.
If we're having this impaired conversations about everything that's going on around us, we're utilizing that as an excuse. And that is the reason why we can't push ourselves forward. Versus being impacted. Eggs are high, gas is high. Let's make more money so we can pay for these things. We're not trying to take things away. I don't want to take away the things that I enjoy. I want to be able to afford those things. And so if I am focused on the joy that I am bringing to my clients and the joy that I receive in the work that I do, then it's a cycle and the money comes. But if I am distracted by who's on television, what's going on around me, and all of that, then that is the energy in which I am pulling in, and I don't need that. We need to be mindful of how we work in our spaces. So when I coach people, whatever they're working on, be mindful of the energy in which you work on that. Don't be tired about your passion. Find some energy or do it when you have more energy, because that's the energy in which you convey what you're trying to get across. And we don't want that. We don't need more of that tired energy in the world.
Wonderful. So then how do people get a hold of you if they want to talk to you about mindset coaching, business coaching? And is there a certain point, like whether they're starting in the business or if they've already established their business, but they're just trying to grow?
Well, I think that's a really good question. So I work with all of them. So I would say those who have an idea and not sure if it's a good idea, it is, and you can tell me all about it. I work with those who have already started their business and deciding they're ready for a pivot, or those who they're in their business and they want to scale it to 7 figures. Well, let's see what's missing. Let's see where you are and how we can get you there. And at the end of the day, all the coaching starts with at the foundational level of your mindset, and is what you are asking me to help you with going to create peace, ease, and flow. Like I like to check in before we build something, because is it built on that foundation? Because that's what's going to grow and thrive. And yes, you can find me on LinkedIn under Kimyatta Albert. I am a Bay Area esthetician. I'm located in the uptown area of downtown Oakland. I have been in the community for 2 years now, and I would love for you guys to come by and check me out.
Wonderful. Well, Kimyatta, thank you so much for everything. I have such a blast on here talking with you. I know that the ladies do too, and we're going to make sure to get you your pin. So get your inaugural pin. And thank you so much for coming out to Purely Clinical and for everything that you have done in the industry and how many wonderful women you're helping along the way.
I appreciate this opportunity, you guys, just allowing me to have this space. This was such a comfortable space in which to have a conversation. I hope you'll have me back again. I would love to speak with you all in the future.
I'd love to speak to you, but I want to personally thank you for being a Lyra partner with us. We could work so hard, but what you do out there representing Lyra has really impacted our success, because your success is our success. And you are definitely a flagship of what we believe in our philosophy. So I have to say you are a star, and we're very, very proud of you and the Lyra group that you're part of our team.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being a beautiful light in the world. Your energy is out there, and we appreciate it. And we're very thankful you're part of the Lyra family. So thank you for being here with us today and being with us every time we're out there. So you make a huge difference, and continue sharing that energy with everyone. We all need it.
I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for your kind words.
Thank you. I think definitely we're going to have to get you on here to talk again, because there's a lot. But that'll do it for us today. So make sure you do not miss a minute of the show. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or any of your other favorite podcast platforms. Plus, you can watch the show on YouTube for Lyra Clinical's YouTube page, or also on Spotify. You can watch on there as well. And feel free to rate the podcast. We always appreciate it. And don't forget to follow our social media channels at SkinDepth Convo on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. If you have any questions for Fran and Metaxia, you can email your questions to info@skindepthconvo.com. That's info@skindepthconvo.com. Thank you all for joining us today. And thank you again, Kimyatta, for joining us. And we'll see you all next time.
This podcast is brought to you by Lyra Clinical and the award-winning Mystique Illuminating Beauty Oil. Mystique Beauty Oil's amazing skin-friendly hydration delivers potent antioxidants and anti-inflammatories with Lyra Clinical's exclusive Mass Tech brightening technology. This luxury oil blend is infused with vitamin C for a clean, dry finish on the skin. Use by itself or add to your favorite hydrator. Beauty oil delivers your glow and go look. Contact your local Lyra retailer for additional information at lyraclinical.com.